Steinberg peered through his safety goggles at the camp gates. He'd been waiting anxiously on the boys' side lawn for 18 minutes and 6 seconds already, so he knew that at any moment— "There! Guru Yoshi! There!" he yelped. "The buses are coming in!" "I don't know, buddy. You must have 20/20 with those goggles on, 'cause I can't see a thing." Steinberg wondered what his new counselor, who insisted on being called Guru Yoshi, was a guru of. Certainly not the physics of bus manifestation. The mix of anticipation and the fresh-cut lawn was making Steinberg wheeze. "How do you not see the dust rising up the road?" As he caught his breath, his lightning-fast logic skills whipped into action. A. Yoshi was standing only a quarter of a mile from the camp's entrance. B. He was not visually impaired. C. He must have seen it. A plus B equals C. Steinberg had a name for his impressive internal processor: Chaim Roboto. "The dust is rising at the start of the road because the buses are about to manifest in 5, 4, 3, 2, bingo!" Just then, the first bus came into view. "See, who's the guru now?" Steinberg thought. Well, of the things that matter, that is. He auto-corrected. If it wasn't science-related, he tended to slack. "Oh, hey, buddy! The buses!" Yoshi exclaimed, as if Steinberg's dust theory hadn't just proved true and the buses were randomly appearing and Steinberg couldn't see them unless Yoshi pointed them out to him. As if Steinberg didn't have prescription lab goggles on that he'd tinted for UV protection and made tight enough in case he was unexpectedly tossed in the lake. The buses stopped at the gate. "Bummer!" Yoshi exclaimed. He looked around at the sea of male counselors and early bird campers, then leaned forward toward Rick, who everyone knew was back for his 10th summer. His staff shirt said it. A decade at the hills. "Hey, man, you think they've broken down?" Rick looked over his shoulder. "Oh, hey, you're Preston, right?" "Preston is my birth name. Guru Yoshi is my spirit name." Steinberg rolled his eyes so hard he had to blink to keep his balance. "Cool, man. I'm Rick, and my spirit name is Rick." Steinberg chuckled into his fist. He was going to miss having Rick as his counselor while he and his cabin mates lived in Hamburger Hill with this Preston Yoshi Guru character. "The buses are fine. They just have to roll into paradise at the same time. Part of the no camper left behind policy," Rick joked. "Hey, Steinberg, which one do you think got held up by the drawbridge? Paramus or Long Island?" This was a no-brainer for Chaim Roboto. Paramus. The Paramus buses took the bridge. The Long Island buses didn't. Rick knew that. Everyone knew that. Rick raised his hand for a high five and Steinberg slapped it. Meanwhile, Yoshi licked his pointer finger and held it up in the air. "My bet's on Long Island." Rick cocked his head at Steinberg and they each pressed their lips together to keep their grins from exploding into laughter. Rick ended the conversation with a polite nod and turned back to face the dirt road, holding his wooden San Juan Hill sign from last summer high above his head. Steinberg could see Plato's and Smelly's initials still etched on the back. Yoshi put his hand on Steinberg's shoulder and squeezed. "Don't you feel like we've been waiting forever?" Steinberg checked his stopwatch. It felt like 21 minutes and 42 seconds. "Well, I think it feels like 20. Nihongo ga hanasimasu ka?" "Huh?" "I guess not," Yoshi said, nodding away like he was listening to music, even though no music was playing, not even over the PA. Steinberg's eyes bulged with confusion. He hoped this guy wasn't lacking the watch and learn gene. Yoshi had a long way to go before he'd be in sync in the way that Steinberg was in sync with his cabin mates, Plato and Smelly and Dover and Toddle, and even Wiener when he wasn't being so Wiener.